Welcome back to GP Outdoors. I told you folks I'd spent a lot of time over the last number of months looking into different types of trauma kits or chainsaw PPE for guys like you and I when we're out on our properties working alone in the forest or even with a friend. This is the second kit that I promised you I would show you. It's made by a company called Forest Safety Products in the US. A gentleman named Steve owns it. And like you and I, he loves working on his 100-acre property, and he realized there was a big gap in the market when he tried to look for a personal trauma kit that he could carry with him in the forest. I'm going to throw this saw in the back of the big tool rack. Let me show you one of his products. Speaking with Steve directly, he knows his stuff. Not only is he a certified logger, but as I mentioned, he's got a 100-acre forested property of his own. And he knows what's needed out in the forest. He has a number of different products on his website, which you'll see when you check it out. But the two that were really of interest to me was what he calls his solo chainsaw trauma kit, and a second one which he calls the crew chainsaw trauma kit. When I was speaking to him, he was kind enough to send me the crew trauma kit, which I'm going to show you today. Steve has a lot of customers in the forestry industry, whether it's loggers or logging companies, arborist companies. He's got a number of federal agencies such as the US Forest Service or National Park Service, as well as park rangers that buy his products and make sure that their employees or their staff are equipped with them. This one here, this is the crew chainsaw trauma kit. Let's take a look at it. There's a few things I just love about this trauma kit right off the bat. This pouch, good quality canvas, and really finely hand-stitched in the USA. It's not waterproof, but it's water resistant. A couple of really ingenious ideas that Steve added to his trauma kit. First of all, he's put D-rings not only on the rip to open it, but also on the back of the kit, there's a D-ring. So you can easily attach it to whether it's hooks on your pants or your chaps, your belt, if you're using a back brace, or a carabiner, or any other type of attachment. And the belt loop, once again, very long, so even if you've got a wide belt on, you're gonna get it under there. But one of the big differences on this kit is that you'll notice it's got a Velcro strap, and the flap has got something firm or hard inside. So instead of trying to slide a belt through a loop, you can pull it off, slide that into your belt or over your suspenders or your brace, put it in, and lock it down with Velcro. All the Velcro on this kit, really strong, high quality Velcro. Easily visible, bright. And similarly, there's a number of key components that he has in this kit. But once again, one of the things that made this one of my top two, he's created what he calls a rapid access strap. Grab the D-ring. If you're in trouble, whether you're hanging up in a tree as an arborist or you're down on the ground, you're by yourself or you've got people around to help you, you pull on that D-ring, Cat 7 tourniquet, and more importantly, pull out the secondary pouch that has the rest of the contents in it. One big difference that I applaud Steve for is not only has he created the rapid access strap, but you'll notice that each of these components is separately Velcroed to the strap. So that if you are in a tree or you're by yourself in the forest and you pull this pack of first aid kit out, they're not going to come flying out of the pouch and land 4 or 5 or 10 feet away from you. They're stuck to the strap, which means that you pull them off the strap easily as you see and use them as you need them. Let's take a look at the contents. The first thing that's going to pop out of that kit is your Cat tourniquet. It's a Gen 7. He highly recommends that you get rid of the packaging and set it up to be ready to use before you and put it back in the pouch in the event that you ever need it. This crew trauma kit comes with a number of different items, which I think are very helpful. Compression bandage, nitrile gloves, a face mask in the event that you need to perform CPR. And this is an interesting piece here. It's compressed gauze. There are 4 yards of gauze compressed into this tiny little package. What I also like about it, every one of these packages has what I consider an easy rip tab on the side to open each one of them. And lastly, a whistle. It's a 100 decibel whistle in the event that you're alone in the forest. The only difference between what he calls his crew chainsaw trauma kit and the solo chainsaw trauma kit is the crew comes with the compressed gauze pack, 4 yards of gauze, whereas on the solo chainsaw kit, it comes instead with a pack of quick clot to help stop the bleeding. Well, as always, I'm not suggesting what you should or shouldn't do when you're out in the forest. I'm just sharing information. But I did want to send out a really special thank you to Steve at Forest Safety Products. Not only did he send me up this kit to take a look at, but he was also kind enough that if any of you are interested in purchasing one, he's created a discount code for GP Outdoor subscribers. It's GP10 on his website. I'll put it in the description of this video and down below. And as always, thanks for sticking around. Have a wonderful week with your families. Please be kind to each other. I'll see you again on the next one. I'm Gord Potter, and you've been watching GP Outdoors. Cheers.